Dear Bess, remember Maya Nguyen from high school? I'm visiting her in St. Louis. We have tickets to tonight's premiere of the new Brady Armstrong movie, Vanishing Destiny. It's the last screening ever at the Royal Palladium. This place has been a landmark for almost a century. And now, in just 3 days, it's going to be demolished. I wish I could have seen the theater back in the 20s before it was turned into a movie house. All the great magicians performed here, even Harry Houdini. There's a lot of public opposition to the loss of this historic building. Rumor has it local activists are planning to stage a big protest out front tonight. The theater will be closed when we arrive, but they'll let us in since Maya is covering the story for the university newspaper. Oh boy, a press pass sure does come in handy. Maya told me she has an interesting lead, and we're on our way to interview Brady Armstrong about the controversy now. I know he's one of your favorite stars. Stay tuned. Maya always gets the full scoop. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
Okay, Nancy, here I go. Cross your fingers, there's a story behind this door.
Go get 'em, Scoop.
Meet you in the lobby.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Is this thing on? Hello?
Think I'll go check out the snacks. That sounds like Maya.
Help! Nancy!
Hello?
Listen carefully. If they knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
What? Who is this? Hello? Hello? You'll never get away with this. Do you hear me?
Hello?
You're messing with the wrong girls, whoever you are. She's a reporter and I'm a detective, and we don't scare easy.
This is Joseph Hughes, the caretaker. I'm looking for Brady Armstrong. He said he'd be there. Who's this? And what's all the excitement?
Brady's not here. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Something's gone terribly wrong.
Now, please try to calm down and tell me what's going on. What's your name, dear?
My name is Nancy Drew. Maya Nguyen is my friend, and she's gone. I was out in the hall when I heard her scream. I don't know how they could have taken her.
Disappeared from the men's dressing room? What makes you think she was taken?
I just received a threatening call saying if I don't stop the theater demolition, I'll never see her again.
Well, they must have taken her through that secret passageway. Holy smokes! And you're on an inside line. That call must have come from inside the building. We gotta act quick. You check out the secret passageway. I'll make sure all the exits are locked, and then I'll come find you.
Hey, you. No groupies in the dressing rooms. But since you're such a rascally fan, what would you say to a signed autograph from yours truly?
I beg your pardon?
Take a breath and pinch yourself because it's really happening. Brady Armstrong in the flesh. Star of Vanishing Destiny? Go ahead, faint. I'll catch you.
Yeah. I came with my friend Maya to see the premiere tonight. I'm Nancy. Maya was just here a minute ago. Did you see her?
Remind me not to appoint you president of my fan club. So what was your friend doing in my dressing room?
Weren't you expecting her? I thought she emailed you to set up an interview for her article.
All my email goes through Simone. She reads it, she writes back. Control issues, you know? Off the record. Any message that says love Brady is just a big electronic smooch from her.
Simone, is that your agent?
Simone Mueller, CEO of my life. My agent. Focus on being wholesomely smoldering, she says, and leave the rest to me. So I do. She's been setting up Premier HQ in the women's dressing room. Haven't you heard her snarling at people on the phone?
I wonder if she knows anything about what happened to Maya.
Maybe you better tell me what's going on here.
I heard Maya scream. When I got here, she was gone, vanished. And then I got a creepy phone call from the kidnapper.
But where could they have taken her? What did they say?
It's something to do with the demolition of the theater. The voice said, if they knock the theater down, the girl goes with it.
Those stinking radicals.
What radicals?
They're the ones who are flipping out over saving this theater. Nicholas Falcone and his tree hugger pals.
Listen, Maya's in trouble and I've got to act fast.
Sure thing. How can I help?
The caretaker was looking for you. See if you can help him.
Roger.
It's locked.
I may have to cut this short, Hal. Someone just climbed out of my wardrobe.
Can't you see I'm on the phone here? This is an emergency. I'm looking for a 19-year-old girl with black hair.
Listen, sweetheart, I have a premiere tonight and no stylist for my star. So don't tell me about problems.
But this is an emergency.
I said scram.
No teeny boppers till showtime. House rules.
What's that supposed to mean?
Aren't you here to worship at the screen of Brady Armstrong?
Who are you, his surly understudy?
Hollywood? The fantastic plastic vacuum? I wouldn't go there in a pig's suitcase. I'm Nicholas Falcone, solemnly sworn to lead the forces of Hadit and slay the dragon of corporate generica. Who are you, and what's with the doom and gloom?
I'm Nancy, but I think I missed something. Generica?
Haven't you heard? The battle is on. There's a human chain forming out front as we speak. But all that can wait. It's obvious you got a situation, so what's up?
My friend's been kidnapped. I've got to alert the police and then start searching this place.
Phew. Kidnapping? That's a high-profile tactic. Somebody means business. So what's the demands?
Don't you mean, what are the demands?
Who are you, my freshman English teacher?
Whoops, sometimes I just can't control myself.
So what's the demands?
Suddenly, Maya's fate is tied to this theater. They said that if it gets demolished, she'll go with it.
No kidding. That'll blast those bureaucrats and corporate bigwigs out of their dream world. Applause for the cause. We need all the help we can get.
Excuse me? We're talking about a girl's life here.
I'm sorry. I know you're upset, but they won't mess with your friend. They just took her for effect. It's called making a statement.
A statement? They said they'll let Maya go down with the building if it gets demolished. I haven't asked her myself, but something tells me that's a statement she'd rather not make.
She'll be okay. Trust me.
Right. I need to start searching for evidence, but I'll be back with more questions for you, Nicholas.
If you need a phone, there's an outside line in the ticket booth.
St. Louis Police Department.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping.
Is the kidnapping in progress?
No.
Hold on, miss. I'll transfer you to the Missing Persons Unit.
Missing persons, Sergeant Mac Ramsey speaking.
I'm calling to report a kidnapping, no longer in progress.
And who am I speaking with, please?
My name is Nancy Drew.
Okay, Miss Drew. Now, did you witness this kidnapping?
No, but I heard it.
What exactly did you hear?
My friend went into a dressing room. I was out in the hall. And I heard her scream, so I went in after her, but she was gone.
When and where did this happen?
Just now, at the Royal Palladium Theater.
And what's your friend's name, Miss Drew?
Maya Nguyen.
Can you spell that, please?
M-A-Y-A, last name N-G-U-Y-E-N.
Age?
19.
Physical description?
She's Asian American, I guess about 5'5", long black hair.
So you didn't actually witness anything, is that right?
I heard her screaming, and I received a threatening phone call. That must count for something.
A threat. Can you describe the voice? Was it a man or a woman?
It was spooky. I think they were using some voice disguise device.
Yes. That'll make it impossible to tell the gender of the caller. Did you notice anything suspicious looking in the vicinity?
No.
No suspects. Any visible signs of struggle in the dressing room? Did your friend leave anything behind? Her purse? Anything that might have fallen out of her pockets?
No.
No evidence. Does your friend work at the theater?
No, she's a student at Washington University.
Does your friend have any enemies?
Maya? I highly doubt it.
And what business did Maya have entering the theater dressing room?
She's a reporter for the school paper. She was there to do an interview.
What about Maya's parents? Have they been contacted?
They're in Vietnam this time of year. I don't know how to contact them.
Okay, miss. I'll file this report. After 24 hours, if she hasn't turned up, we consider her a missing person and begin to investigate.
How can she turn up? She's been kidnapped.
Unlikely. With all the scuttlebutt around this demolition, this stinks of student prank.
A prank? But this building is going to be demolished in 72 hours. How can we afford to take that chance?
How do you mean?
The kidnapper must be holding her in the building, don't you think?
Unlikely. No competent kidnapper keeps her captive anywhere near the scene of the abduction. Is there anything else, Miss Drew?
Sergeant, I really don't think we can afford to wait 24 hours.
It's standard procedure, Miss Drew. Unless you can provide us with some evidence that your friend was taken by force, it's 24 hours.
Thanks, Sergeant. I'll call you back when I have the evidence.
You do that.
Bye.
Nancy, what's the 411?
The 411?
Come on, Nancy. That's vintage slang. You know, the 411, the deal, the lowdown.
Oh, the information.
Exactly.
So, humans against the destruction of illustrious theaters. Tell me about it.
This theater's a spotted owl. It's a humpback whale. It's endangered. Illustrious buildings testify to our finest human hours. They should be celebrated, not bulldozed to make way for cardboard megaplexes. Need I say more?
Do you know what they plan to build on this spot after the theater is gone?
Oh, it's very hush-hush. The name of the building firm is Wave of the Future, and the owner is some B. Thompson, descendant of J.J. Thompson, but he's never available for comment. Fishy, right? $10 says B stands for baloney.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
You must be Nancy. The worry's written all over your face. Well, I'm Joe. I started to look for you, but then I figured better to park myself and let you find me. Any trace of your friend?
Not a trace, and the dressing room is in ship shape. If I hadn't heard her scream, I'd think she had just disappeared in a puff of smoke.
What about calling the police? There's an outside line in the ticket booth.
I already spoke to them. According to their policy, Maya's not officially missing yet. If I want their help before tomorrow, I have to come up with some evidence of foul play.
But this theater's going to be torn down in 3 days. Did you tell them that?
I have to find some evidence to convince the police that this is a real emergency.
Well, I checked all the outside doors, and they're locked up tight. Only folks who've been in the theater all day are Brady and Simone, you and Maya, Nicholas Falcone, and myself.
You're suggesting it must be one of these people?
Well, I've only got this one pair of eyes, so I can't say 100%.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
I was up here in the projector room, sound testing for the premiere. But I'd be disappointed in your detective work if you didn't put me through the ringer like a regular suspect.
How did you know I was a detective?
And Maya's a reporter, right? Well, you yelled it in my ear when I called down to the dressing room earlier. Remember?
Oops, sorry, Joseph. I thought you were the kidnapper calling back.
Don't mention it, dear. Now, what's your plan of attack?
Time to start searching. Can you give me a map or some blueprints of this place?
Try calling county administration. The records division keeps that type of stuff. I bet a blueprint would show secret passages that even I've never found. Ask for the original plans, not the ones from the 56 remodel.
What was the 56 remodel all about?
J.J. Thompson, the original owner, died in 1950. His kids inherited it and decided that movie theaters were the wave of the future. Anyway, I've spent the last 40-something years finding my way around this place, so let me know if I can help.
Thanks, Joseph.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
There was a key here. popcorn. Ick.
What's up? Can't talk long. Gotta check on my people.
What's your attachment to saving this theater? You seem so personally invested.
Politics is personal, but with this place, it's ultra personal. My grandma, Louisa Falcone, designed the molds for all the insane plasterwork that you see in this lobby and in the auditorium.
The detail is so intricate. You just don't see this kind of artistry in new theaters nowadays.
True, but there's more. I guess the architect-owner guy, J.J. Thompson, ran out of cash before the building was done. He never paid my grandma dime one, and then he denied that she had ever done the work in the first place.
Why didn't he give her the credit?
She was the artist type, not a deal maker. I guess she'd never signed any contractual stuff with J.J., and she didn't have the resources to sue him or any of that, so I guess she just had to let it go.
She must have been so frustrated.
Here's the kicker. After JJ sharked her on this 2-year project, she was broke. And then the Great Depression hit. She could never afford to work as an artist again.
What did she do instead?
Louisa, Mother Serenity Falcone? She just kept on trucking in true Falcone style. Died at 97 without a bitter bone in her body. I think she had a happy life. But this theater holds the last artwork she ever did. Don't you see, Nancy? Saving this place is not just for history. It's for justice.
Can't you get some justice now?
My family has been trying for years, but there doesn't seem to be anything on record that links her to this place. Nancy, could you do me a favor?
I think I know what you're going to ask.
While you're searching, could you just keep your eye out?
Maya's my first priority, as you can imagine. But if there's any way I can help set the record straight on this beautiful artwork, I will.
You're cooler than I thought, Nancy.
I try to play it down. This one's missing. County Administration, 314-555-3309.
Records, Madeline speaking.
Hi, I'm looking for the blueprints for the Royal Palladium Theater. Do you have them on file?
Are you a county employee?
No, just a citizen on a mission.
Okay, well, we do keep blueprints on file. Let's see. The computer says there are 2 sets for the Palladium, 1923 and 1956. Do you have a preference?
1923, please. The originals.
Would you like to hold while I retrieve them?
Sure, thanks. Yes, I'm still here.
It's very strange, ma'am. They're gone.
Gone? You mean someone checked them out?
Oh, we don't allow people to check them out. You can bring the blueprints to our reading room and study them there, but they're not supposed to leave the building. I can't imagine where they could be. Hold on, let me see if Charles knows. Ma'am, this is so strange. Charles says some guy was just in here looking at them a few days ago.
What did he look like?
Hold on. Hello? Charles said the guy had a hat on. He never really got a look at the guy.
Was he young or old?
Hey, Charles, young or old? Energetic is all Charles remembers.
Okay, well, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm working on some things over here at the Royal Palladium. Could you do a search for the blueprints?
Sure thing. I'll put in a find request. Call back in 5 to 7 business days.
Next week? Oh, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of time. Is there any way to expedite the search?
I'm afraid not. The guy who does our misplaced materials searches just returned from a month of paternity leave, and he's swamped.
I see.
This is urgent?
Yes, it's urgent, all right. But I'll figure something out. Thanks, Madeline.
Good luck.
Bye.
Nancy Drew, Simone Mueller. Don't worry, Vanishing Destiny is off. We've got bigger fish to fry.
So you heard about Maya?
Of course. I mean, a kidnapping? Right out of my star's dressing room? The premiere is small potatoes. It's worth more to us canceled or at least postponed. When the news gets out, the whole nation will be watching.
I'm worried sick about my friend here, and all you can think of is another media event.
Where are you from?
River Heights. Why?
Yes, precisely. River Heights. Listen, doll, I'm from L.A. This ain't my first time at the rodeo. We'll find your friend, or Brady Armstrong will, and when he does, every girl in America will wish she'd been kidnapped instead of Maya what's-her-name.
I can't believe you. No girl wants to be kidnapped, ever.
I'm proposing a business alliance. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. We don't have to see eye to eye.
I propose you back off.
Honey, you've got spunk. Ever consider acting? This girl power thing is red hot right now. Of course, we'd have to think of a stage name. Nancy Drew is so utterly forgettable.
How long have you been Brady's agent?
I discovered him on an electric spring morning 6 years ago. He was working the original Coney Dog stand on Sunset Boulevard. It was pure luck. I was craving an all-beef frank at 7 a.m. He's been the jewel in my crown ever since.
I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Oh, please, Nancy, I was on the phone, doing business. But if I'm ever hard-pressed for entertainment, I'm sure kidnapping would be a real hoot.
Joseph says the building was probably locked when the kidnapping happened, and that the kidnapper had to be someone who was inside the theater. Care to comment?
Why don't you tell that little gray troll that I think he did it, just to keep himself from dying of boredom in this old dump. That's my comment.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Need any help?
Don't you want to know what Maya's article was about?
Well, I thought you said it was about me.
I don't think I said that, unless I was temporarily enchanted by you. But I doubt it. Anyway, she was covering the controversy about this demolition.
Then what did she want to talk to me for? I'm an actor, not a politician.
She never told me what her angle was. I'm asking everyone, where were you when the kidnapping happened?
Me? You think I kidnapped Maya and then breezed in here just 4 minutes later? Where would I hide her? In my back pocket?
Okay, but where were you?
Well, I was late getting back from a haircut. This is hard for me. I think my hairline might be receding. It's miserable. Simone's gonna go through the roof.
Do you mind if I take a look around in here?
Be my guest.
Why are you so interested in helping me?
Well, Maya was kidnapped from my dressing room after all. I just can't help thinking maybe they meant to kidnap me.
Talk to you later, Brady.
You betcha.